I know you finna start, Starlet. I'm hungry to be around health, wealthy women, spiritual and financially. Y'all know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I, this part by being around 9 to 5 conversation people, it kind of feel funny, don't it?
It feel good and
It feel fun. No, it feel funny coming. They be talking about trading and different crypto. They be looking like I'm crazy.
that's because you not around the right people yet. You get
Yeah, that's
around,
what I'm saying. I'm hungry to be around the right people. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's
you gotta
like,
get around the right folks.
Yeah,
girl.
just understand that when you're around other people, they look at you like you crazy.
Yeah, they
Because
already do that.
sometimes
They already do that.
it
Yeah.
may take them 20 or 30 years to understand what you were putting out, and
Mhm.
you already ahead. Be crazy, baby.
Yep.
Let them
It's
let them
okay.
feel how they feel.
It is
Right.
okay.
I don't want to be friends with them. Like, I don't want to talk to you. They like they talking about the same things. Like,
Okay.
God, dang.
So
You know
I
what I'm saying? So I stay to myself.
so I want when we looking at the chart, like to look at it like this. With this material Jazz, did you get this over here?
Come back?
Did you get this document over the trading plan?
No, I did not.
So I did put it in there. I re-put it. It's under the material. But I want when y'all looking at a trade, okay, after y'all mark it up, to be looking at it with the checklist before you go into the trade.
Oh,
So
with this checklist?
yeah, hold on 1 second. Give me a second.
How you pronounce your name, gentlemen?
Zeno.
Jazina. Where you from?
Yes. I'm from United States of Brooklyn, Takisha.
You had to say it like that, Jazuro.
Oh wow. You don't butcher my name up. Okay.
All right.
Hey, look who
So,
you are.
so all right. So looking
Okay.
at this, go get him and bring him in here. Looking at the setups. I want you to look at them using a list, okay? Because that's gonna give you your confirmation before going in the trade. So, um, we got a lot of pairs setting up right now for some good potential movements, like they rejection out of the higher time frame order block. So we got a lot of them coming out of this daily order block over here. So we got GJ right here setting up, coming out of a daily order block. And you see how much it rejected out of there? The new day candle. That's why I said I wanted to do the call at 6 so I could see the new day, how the new day candle opened up. And it rejected all the way out of here for today. This is another reason why I don't trade on Monday. Because you see, this is the Monday candle, okay? And you had to see where it was going to reject from because I seen it come into this daily order block right here. So you wanted to see where it was going to reject from. So we got the GJ rejecting out of a daily order block. You have GU rejecting out of a daily order block. Let me show you. I actually this GU was rejecting out of a weekly order block right here. And we got Nas also rejecting out of a daily order block. This is the daily order block right here. So we got some good buys setting up. The US 30 opened up with a blue candle and it's rejecting out of a daily order block. Okay, so we got some good buys setting up. Oil is still buying. It hasn't I haven't marked up the chart for oil, but I was also looking at oil. So it's likely it's coming into the sell order block, a weekly sell order block. So I'm waiting for the rejection out of this. But we got more buying momentum because it opened up with a blue candle, so it's likely gonna buy today. What yeah, it's still gonna be buying today. And we got gold selling out of a daily order block. So we got all these nice setups that's happening this week. So this is the week to be in the market and get some money. You know, the first and the second quarter is your money making season. But
Talk that talk.
I want y'all to use this checklist to get in. Okay? So after you have marked your calendar, after you have marked your chart for the week and you know what you're looking for, you're gonna use the checklist. So we're gonna mark up gold real quick. Gold is setting up for a nice sell. The high is 26.9337. All right, baby. Low is 645. 8. 6, 6. Not the midweek. Right here. 669. 617. And we got the inauguration next week. So you know the dollar is likely gonna go up. So that's likely why you see gold starting to sell now. Because the inauguration is next week. And you see gold right now is leaving. What happened?
Excuse me. I sneezed. Excuse me.
Yeah. So we got the inauguration happening next week. We got gold coming out of a daily order block. Okay. And we know likely during the inauguration, the dollar is going to go up. So when the dollar rises, gold sells. That's how they usually move and sync. They don't always do, but the majority of the time when the dollar is buying, gold is selling. And you got it coming out of a sell order block. So that's a confirmation. But I want y'all to use this checklist right here. So when you're looking at the checklist, okay, right here, before you enter, yeah, side by side with my chart. So before I enter the trade, this is what I'm checking off before I enter. Have you analyzed your 4 hour or your 1 hour for higher um for higher volume area? So this is the daily right now. So we on a higher volume area. Daily 4 hour, 1 hour. Not really the 1 hour, more or the daily or the weekly. So you want to look at. But you got the daily order block it coming out right here. So that will be a check. It is coming out of a key structure area. It is aligning with the support and resistance zone. So it's rejecting right here off of the weekly high, and it's coming out of a daily order block. So that checks the first confirmation, right? Has price rejected the higher volume area? It has. It came in right here. This was the first candle where it came in, and this was the retest. It's the second candle. This one was the retest in this area. So you got here, and then you got your retest here, and then you got it confirmed sell right here with your flat top candle. So that will be your second check. Market conditions in favor of your trade and direction. So based off of the conditions, we see that it's coming out of a higher volume area, and it's rejecting out of that area. So on a daily time frame, we see that this is a high volume area. That right there will get checked. Based on the conditions, it's showing that it's sell momentum coming out of this area. So that will be a check. Trend lines, Fibonacci level, or other technical factors supporting your trade setup. Yes, it is. Right here, this fib right here is a daily fib from the high point to the low point. Okay, it's rejecting a 618 area right here, which is the common area on a Fibonacci zone. So yes, that is aligning with the trade. So that will be checked. Is price aligning with a clear uptrend or a downtrend? So if it's coming out of a confirmed downtrend, is this right here. When you see this on a higher time frame, this is happening on a daily time frame. When you see this flat top candle, this is likely that it's going to be selling for the day. You understand? You see it coming right here out of this, or also a 4-hour order block, which is a higher volume area. And this is aligning with a sell trend. So you can see the trend happening on a 4-hour. So that will be a check. Is your stop loss above the higher time frame, higher volume area. So if you're entering on the 4-hour, right, this right here would be your entry because it's below, right here would have been your entry. So you'll be looking at it like that, and you'll be setting your stop like right there above the engulfing candle. Right there. And you'll be looking to take it to the week low, which is the next order block. So it'll be like that. Does your trade offer at least a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio? It does. It offers more than a 2-to-1. Assessing your psychology. This should always be checked every time you're getting in the trade. Are you calm, focused, and not chasing the trade? Have you emotionally detached from the trade? Okay, meaning regardless of which way the trade goes, you're not affected. You checking all of this to make sure it's going in your favor, but however the markets move, you're not like gonna break down and have a nervous breakdown about it. Are you prepared to accept the risk without regret? That goes into that. That should always be checked. Verify your compliance. Does your trade setup align with the definite strategy and rules? So yes, it's coming out of a higher time frame order block. It's in a trend, the trend with the higher volume area order block. So the setup does align with what we trade in. We trade from the support and rejection areas. We wait for the retest out of this area, and then we enter. So this trade setup would align with the setup that we're doing. Are you entering the trade during high liquidity sessions, London or New York? So this has to be checked. So you're trading, if you was getting in this gold trade, I would say wait to pull up to the resistance area. I would say wait till it pulls up to the resistance area and wait to enter, but to add during London. So like during the London session would be a high liquidity when the market is moving. So the market moves mostly during London and New York. Gold does start to move during London, but more during New York. Is it currently exhibiting predictable price action? So this is exhibiting predictable price action. It's predicting sell momentum in the market. So that's a clear right here when you see the trend. When you see it aligning with your trend, so it shows that price is trending down. Are your stop loss and take profit levels before executing the trade? So when you, if it's, unless it's at entry, you can preset this as like a pending order. Okay, you don't have, if you're, unless you're trading during the session, you can set it as a pending order. Have you noted the reason and entry for taking the trade during the market conditions? Are you ready to review post-trade execution for the purpose of learning? So you'll say, when you write it in your journal, I have made a journal that I'm making available to everybody. It's an ebook journal for y'all to be able to mark up y'all while you're taking a trade, like how I enter it in the chat when I'm entering, telling you why I'm entering the trade. That's journaling. That's saying I'm entering the trade because it aligns with the setup. It checks everything on my list. It could be a simple short entry as that. It could say how you feeling based off of this trade, okay, and based off of using the checklist, okay. You want to use the checklist to say I'm taking A, B, or C setups. A being that it checks everything on this list, and you can feel confident in taking the trade. So you know I got an A plus setup. It everything on this list is checked. I can comfortably go in this trade. Okay. B, it checks at least 5 things on this list. Okay. 5 and 6 should always be checked because that is your trading psychology and it aligning with the compliance of the strategy, the Heist strategy. And C meaning these are 50, it's 50-50. Like it checks some of the things, but not all, everything, and you're kind of forcing the trade. So you should only really take A and B setups. Okay? A being that you can go in this trade and I can feel confident, I can feel good going in this trade. Okay? Try to always take A and B setups. That's what you want to work on taking. Be patient enough to only take those setups. Because then you know that you're ensuring your profitability and you're building confidence in your trading. And you don't gotta sit and watch the charts. When you can align everything up and you can check off your list and have this like right next to you, right here before entering in the trade, you don't gotta rush. You don't gotta be clouded in your thoughts. You can know that I can comfortably sit here and have everything checks off. Okay, I'm good. And you might have some of your own personal rules that you want to put in. Okay, like if I lose 2 trades, I'm not trading no more. Or if I have X amount of, if I lose a certain amount of money, I'm not trading no more. And I'm closing my computer. You understand? Or I only trade these days or these sessions. But put your rules here so that you can see it and that you can know what your rules are going in. So that you can see what you're following and you can follow your rules. Trading is being a profitable trader is about having a discipline. Okay, so you have to have the discipline going into these trades so that you can build the confidence in your trading. Okay, so this checklist here, I already made it available to everybody. I want you to use this when y'all going into the trade. Okay, it's a trading plan, but right here, the main part of this trading plan that I want y'all to focus on is this right here, this checklist before entering any trade. Any questions?
Where are you gonna have it posted at the checklist?
I have posted it on the course materials, but I can send this to you.
Thank you.
So we got the US 30 going in uptrend. It opened up with a blue candle, even though the weekly candle opened up red. But I knew it was gonna probably likely turn based off of this right here, based off of this daily order block. So we got buying momentum for the day. But again, you want to trade during the session. So these is potential setups to be looking at entering during New York session. So we're gonna remark the weekly right now. We got it made a new low for the month. Hold on, let me delete this. See? Four 173.9.4. Also, have any of y'all got the books that I recommended? I took a look at the book recommendations that I set up.
Well, that Bible that you put out, it's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify too. So start
So
listening.
yeah, because I got a Spotify account. So
Okay.
I've been listening to it on Spotify.
That's good. Okay, so how it starts out is with I don't know. Have any of y'all read Think and Grow Rich?
I have not.
Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a section in there that I really want to touch on that can really benefit y'all trading. You understand what I'm saying? That goes in alignment with y'all goals. Hold on. Let me finish doing this right here, and then we're gonna touch on that because that's what's gonna change our game of trading. It's a reason why I said to read that Napoleon Hill, that book, the Bible. The Bible is made up of a collective of all the books needed to build wealth. That's why it's called the Prosperity Bible. But it starts off with the main book, and the main book that is like the entrepreneur Bible is the Think and Grow Rich. Okay, so in Think and Grow Rich is a section is the first four chapters is really what you want to focus on in Think and Grow Rich. Those first four chapters is kind of setting the atonement of what you're supposed to be doing and how to get in alignment with wealth. So I know everybody read the book, and a lot of times it can be confusing in the title of thinking and grow rich, and it might kind of mind fuck you if that's not something that you believe that's possible. How can anybody think and grow rich? But it literally gives you the blueprint on how to think and grow rich in the first four chapters. So I know a lot of when you first read in the book, it doesn't point it out to you, and it's not going to, but it's really within those first four chapters. So while you're going through the Prosperity Bible, focus on those first four chapters of Think and Grow Rich and apply what it is that they're telling you to do in the Think and Grow Rich. Auto suggestion, faith, belief. It literally tells you what to do, how to auto suggest prosperity to your mind, and setting a profit goal and suggesting it to your mind when you're upon waking up and going to sleep, so that you can be in alignment with the goals that you want to reach, and so that your mind can start believing that it's possible for you to happen for you. Because a lot of times what's keeping you from reaching those goals that you set out is your mind, is your own thoughts subconsciously. A lot of the times it be with people you be around, the things you be around, and the things you're seeing. So that is definitely something y'all want to get and start to read and implement. Especially if this is your year to hit them M's, if this is your year to get it happen, you can accelerate that in the first quarter, in the first and second quarter of that happening with that book. Treat that book like it's a roadmap until you get into to you mastering these charts. I'm gonna master these charts with this book. This book is gonna show me how to focus enough to be able to master this chart to turn it into money. So we got the break right here of structure happening on a daily time frame. See, this was the daily order block right here that it came out of. And we already got it coming out with a buy candle. So you're gonna probably see it buying today. So I wouldn't be looking for sales. It's above the midweek here. So during New York session, you should be looking for a setup like this. Waiting for the pullback. And you can even take it to this 4-hour order block, or you can take it right here to the weekly, to the next resistance area, to the weekly resistance area. You can set this as your take profit or this as your take profit. And the reason this could be a take profit because it's a 4-hour order block and you might start seeing rejection when it gets here. Because this is looking like where it's rejecting from, like the mid-month area. You see? All of this rejection happened right here in this area. So during New York session, you can let it pull back because it's gonna pull back. If it's buying right now, and we have a buy daily candle is gonna be buying today. But it's the US 30 and it don't move much during Tokyo and Sydney session. It might start to pick up movement during London, but the main movement, the big moves, is gonna happen during New York session. The US 30, NASDAQ, any indices should only be traded during New York session because that's when the banks are open. If the banks are not open, you shouldn't be trading it. So this is the setup you are looking for because again, you come over to the checklist right here. I'm just gonna put my order block over this one right here to see so y'all can see visibly it coming out of a higher volume area. Confirm high volume area right here. It rejected right out of there. Strong rejection. Came all the way to the month's low and rejected right out of this daily order block. So that one is checked. You looking for the retest right here. How it sold here and retested here on the very next candle. Here, retest, here's the break. Right here to confirm the buy direction. Sold here, retested here, the break to confirm the buy. So 2 is checked. The fib zone is right here. or trend line or your trend. We'll throw a trend line here, right here. Your trend line should cross the bottom of the candles, right there, like that. That's how your trend line should look. So it's in alignment with the trend. So 3 is check. Market conditions. We don't trade news, we trade based off of price action. Is it in favor of your direction? So price is moving up in accordance with it coming out of the higher volume area. So that will be checked. Is your stop loss position above the high volume area or swing low or your resistance area? So these right here are your support and resistance. So when you're marking up your weekly high and your weekly low and your middle, from the midweek to the bottom, this is a support, this is a resistance. When it breaks above this, the midweek, this becomes the resistance, and this is the new level of support. You get it? So when it breaks the midweek resistance area, the resistance now becomes the support, and this is the new resistance. The top becomes the new resistance, the new ceiling. Once it breaks this area, once you got a candle, like how you got a candle right here, breaking above the midweek. So this candle is a confirmation that the buy is continuing because it's above the midweek. And I tell you, if it's above the midweek, then you buy. If it's below the midweek, you sell. So here's above we got a whole candle above the midweek. So this is our new level of support. So when you enter, you want to enter at support levels. When you think of support, think of the floor. And when you think of resistance, think of the ceiling. I can't go no further. So you set your stop loss below those support and resistance areas. Number 5, are you focused, calm, and not chasing the trade? Are you emotionally detached from the trade? This should always be checked before entering. Does the setup align with the trading strategy and rules? Are you following the steps in your trading blueprint? This should always be checked. It should always be in alignment with the strategy so that you give the most profitable cause for winning. Are you entering the trade during London or New York high liquidity sessions, meaning that's when the market moves the most? Is your market currently exhibiting clear, predictable price action? This is a clear, predictable price action. When it's doing this right here at the top, when it's doing stuff like this, that's consolidation. That's not clear and predictable. You see it doing stuff like that, you're not entering in the trade. When it's doing clear, predictable price action, this is a clear and predictable. It's clearly going up. We got 2 consecutive flat bottom candles that's showing us buyers momentum on a higher time frame. That's clear and predictable price action. Up here is not. So that's checked. Are your stop loss and profit levels entered before you execute the trade? Unless you're setting a pending limit, you don't have to enter your stop loss before you enter, especially if it's at an entry. Like if you're entering right on New York Open or right before New York Open, then you know that I can get in right here. If it's at or below my resistance and not breaking it. And I'm gonna set my stop loss below the money candle or the engulfing candle, which is also below the level of support. And I'm going to set my take profit to a resistance area. This is a resistance area. This is a mid-month area, which is also a level of resistance, and the top of the week area, which is also a level of resistance floor, a ceiling. So unless you can set your top take profit to here or here. Like this could be a TP1, and if you want to have another trade on a lower risk that go to TP2, you can take it right, set it to here. Have you noted the reason for taking a trade? This is important by keeping your notes and knowing why you're entering in a trade and always following your rules. Do y'all have any periods that y'all want me to cover? Or look at?
Nothing other than what you did. You covered what I look at.
Okay. Keisha, you got anything you want me to look at?
No, ma'am.
All right. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So I want y'all to get that book. Quita said it's available on Spotify and may be available also on YouTube. You can look for the audio if you can't get the book. Do look for the audio on either YouTube or Spotify if you have a Spotify account. But start reading the book. I'll put it here to let y'all know this is the book we're going to be on for the start of the week. It's a combination. It's a thick, heavy book, just like a Bible. It is. And it's a reason why it's called the Prosperity Bible. But to set the atonement for the book, Think and Grow Rich, focus on those first 4 chapters. You're not just reading a book. You're implementing the steps into becoming rich. It literally gives you direction, step-by-step direction. Okay, so if you gotta listen to it and pause it and write some down and pause it and go back and rewind, if you're listening to it, if you're reading it, if you gotta write word for word what they're saying, do that and implement it. It's actionable steps that you're gonna be taking towards doing this, and it's only gonna be beneficial to you. Okay. Oh, any questions? So I'm gonna go ahead and conclude the call since there's no open questions, and I'm gonna post a recording when I'm done. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right, sir.
All right, let's get this money, y'all. First and second
Let's
quarter.
get this
Let's get this
money.
money.
Said it right.
The
Sir,
reason why this
question.
strategy is called the heist. Get in there and rob these banks. Y'all got a clear cut direction. Let's get in there and rob these banks.
Okay.
Quick question. MVFX still not coming up for me.
All right, Jazz. I'm gonna call you in a minute.
All right, cool.
All right.
Don't forget to send that document. Put it in for me for the
I'm gonna
steps.
send it to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Jazz, it's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
All right, y'all. Let's get this money.
All right, ladies.
All right.